And the award for the best t-shirt goes to me, actually. Oh, hello there, Mr. Cat. What's under here? Boom, bitch. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all good. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out ASDA makeup. Now, I've done a video like this before in the past when they first launched their makeup line, but they have come out with a bunch of new stuff. I don't know how new it is. I picked this up a couple of months ago, but I thought we'd do a round two. So you guys know the drill. If you do want to hear my thoughts on ASDA makeup, and if you want to see the kind of look I create, please stay tuned. Ah, how pretty. Wow. All right, let's do this. So first of all, I'm going to go in with the Stale Day Primer. It says it prolongs makeup wear and it's oil-free. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. Doesn't seem to have any kind of smell. I mean, it basically just feels like a moisturizer, which I like. I personally prefer like more moisturizing primers. But yeah, it feels good. Sunk in pretty quick. Not bad, not bad. So now we'll move on to foundation, which is probably one of the most interesting items for me. I just love trying out like supermarket foundations. Let me know if there are any other like supermarket brands you guys want me to try out, because obviously with the whole lockdown thing, like a lot of us aren't doing online shopping. A lot of us aren't, you know, able to go to like normal kind of shops. So yeah, if there's any other kind of supermarket brands you want me to try out, let me know. That way you can like do your little essential weekly shop and also get a little bit of makeup fix. So I'm gonna take some of that on my sponge. The shade I have it in, by the way, is Natural Beige. Okay, I took quite a lot there, my bad. Okay, so I'm gonna just bloop that all over my face. It smells very kind of like, I don't know, it does have a scent. It smells good though, like I really quite enjoy that. So it says it's a matte foundation, which does make me a little bit nervous, but I'm pretty sure the last foundation I tried from ASDA was actually pretty decent. The color's not too bad as well. I mean, considering I did just eyeball it in store. So yeah, I'm just gonna blend all of that out. And just do a little like side-by-side comparison there. You kind of just see the coverage. Hey, Peony, did you have some dinner? Oh, you had dinner, did you? Oh my goodness, what flavor? Fish? Okay, this is looking pretty good. Like, yeah, it's matte, which isn't normally my jam, but this actually looks good. Medium coverage, it's like covering up a few little dark spots and regular spots I have there. Let's get it right in those crevices. Right on in there. Looks a little bit dry around my nose here, but not too bad. That's just if I'm being picky. Yeah, so far not bad. It's not my fave, but like a foundation you can get in ASDA, it's pretty good. So now I'm gonna take this concealer here. It is called the Brightening Concealer and I got it in the shade Light. So I'm just gonna go under my eyes like I normally would. And then blend that out with my sponge. And let's see what kind of coverage you got there, mate. Doesn't really say what kind of coverage it is, but I would say that is like a light to medium. I want more. I'm gonna slap loads of it on there. And also go on my eyelid as well. Okay, layer 2. Okay, yeah, 2 layers is good. 2 layers works for me. It's not covering up my dark circles as much, but it is definitely kind of like reflecting the light off my face, which makes me look a little bit more awake. But yeah, it's not overly full coverage. It is just quite good at like light reflecting. Okay, I'm not loving how the foundation looks on my nose. I don't know if you guys can see that on the macro, but I'm not, it does look a bit dry. So I'm gonna go over with some concealer and hopefully that'll kind of sort it out. And then also just go over a couple of little spots because I was squeezing my face earlier and I have no regrets. Although ask me later when it all like scabs over. But right now, no regrets. This base is getting like more and more matte as things go on, as it is starting to set on my skin a bit more. Yeah, it is getting a lot more matte, which I'm not obsessed with. I mean, I had a moisturizer on. I had my Ole Henriksen moisturizer, and then I also had the primer, obviously, which was quite moisturizing. And it's still looking really matte, so yeah, I don't know. Don't know how I'm feeling about this base at the moment. It's not awful, but I don't think I like it. So now I'm actually quite excited about this, and I'm never excited about contour sticks, but I have this contour crayon here, and it's in the shades, couldn't tell you, to be honest. I got no idea, but it's brown. But yeah, I thought this color actually looked quite nice. So I'm gonna do a couple of little crosses just there. Don't know why I really do crosses. It just kind of looks satisfying for the 5 seconds that it's on my face. Has that really done that much? Let me take some more. I'm gonna do some wiggles now instead. Little wiggly worms. I thought it was gonna be more creamy. I won't lie to you. Yeah, I mean, I could go without that, to be honest. I don't really feel like it's done much for me. Like it has, I don't know, what would you say? It has chiseled me out a little bit, but not really that much. And I feel like it's made my base look a little bit more chunky. I'm going to do a bit on my nose though. Let's see how we go with that. I never, ever, ever contour my nose, which I swear I say all the time. So actually I must always kind of contour my nose, but I mean, it's actually not a bad contouring shade. It looks a lot warmer, which is why I was excited about it. Like, I don't normally like cool tone contouring shades, but this actually does look quite contoury. It's just not necessarily my thing. Yeah, I don't think I love that. I don't really feel like it's done much. I'm actually not even going to bother doing the other side. Oh God, I'm starting off negative. Okay, now I'm going to try this, which I've swatched. It looks really good. So I'm hoping and praying to the highlighter gods that this will look as good as it did when it's swatched. So these are the Glow Beam Drops Liquid Highlighter, and this is in the shade Aura. So I'm going to do my usual. Let's do a little bit more. Fuck it. And I'm going to blend that out there. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, hello. That was like a little roller coaster of emotions then. I was like, oh my God. And then I was like, it's more subtle than you think it would be, because when you first put it on, it's like intense. Like, I really didn't need to put on that much. Okay, I'm going to just blend that around, do that, and then go above my brow and on my nose. And oh my God, okay, I've just got too much on my face, that's all. So yeah, I'm going to blend that out. And at first it's like look at my freaking, just look at my face right now. Just look at it. Just take a minute. Like, what was that? But yeah, it does look a lot more intense, but then as you blend it out, it does actually look a lot more natural. Okay, it seems to dry down pretty quickly. Noted. Maybe just work on one area of your face as opposed to slapping it all over like I just did. Oh no, my nose is literally like, none of the product wants to stick to my nose. That's so weird. I never have that problem. Yeah, those are quite nice. I'm not like floored by them. I think if it was a little bit more liquidy, I would like it more because it is quite dry. Like, you do have to really work it into the skin quite quickly. But I have got a nice little glow going on, so I'm happy. So now I've got the Saturninus Powder, which I have tried out before, but I'm gonna give it another go. A little bit nervous about this, not gonna lie, because it already looks quite matte, so I'm like, So I'm gonna powder under my eyes. Okay, it's a little tiny bit creasy, but that actually looks decent. I remember actually quite liking this powder when I first tried it. Right, okay, we have a problem in between the eyebrows right now. Not sure if you guys can see, but it's looking pretty flaky. Don't have a setting spray from ASDA, but I might try one in a minute just to see how it kind of looks on my skin once I've done that. Because maybe it just needs a little bit of moisture, you know? So yeah, I'm just gonna set down the rest of my face. This does look really matte, and I'm afraid. I think it's like, I don't dislike matte foundations. I do, but it's more so like dry matte. Like, if it looks like skin and if it's just like mattified down with no real shine, I can get on board with that. But it's when it just looks dry. Like the end of my nose right now, and in between my eyebrows, and around my nose and around my mouth there. I've definitely had worse bases. Like, it looks okay on like my cheeks, the majority of my forehead, but it's like around the little crevices and like the little weird areas, like in between my brows, like under my eyes a little bit, around my nose. Even my mouth here looks a little bit crusty. What the hell do you call that? So now I have two different bronzers. They also do a contour kit, which I did try in my previous video. It's actually pretty lit. What have I got here? I've got the shade Caramel, and I've also got the shade Latte. So Latte is a little bit lighter. So I'm gonna take a little bit of that on my usual contouring brush that I use and wiggle that in my cheeks. Okay, that looks pretty good. There's quite a bit of kickback from these powders, but it doesn't like go everywhere. It's not overly messy. It does just kind of like, just stay in the pan. I'm just gonna bronze myself up a bit with that. That actually looks good. It's sitting on the foundation really, really nicely, actually. Just give you a little sneak peek of that there. Yeah, this is a good color. It's warm enough to bronze my face up with, but also cool enough to also get a little bit of like structure in there. So now I'm gonna take a teeny tiny little bit of this guy here in the shade Caramel, just because I do want to add like a little bit of dimension there. So I'm just gonna warm it up a touch on my cheeks, and also a little bit down my nose and on my forehead. Yeah, the bronzers look really good. I'm into the bronzers. So then a product that I'm a little bit wary of, just because it does look quite shimmery, is the Cosmic Blush Baked Blusher in the shade Eclipse. Like, if this is a highlighter, cool, but I'm a bit worried this might be really shimmery as a blush. Yeah, that really doesn't look like a blush. It just kind of looks like a not very pigmented highlighter. Let's do a tiny touch of that then, just a tiny bit. Yeah, it just looks like more of a highlighter to me, just like a really kind of subtle glow. You can see it picking up on the top of my cheekbones there. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Give me all the highlighter in the world, but yeah, I probably wouldn't like plaster this on my face as a blusher. But what I will be plastering on my face is this highlighter here. So this is called the Bronze Highlight Baked Bronzer. It's in the shade Champagne. It says it's a bronzer, but in what world is that a bronzer? Let's swatch this shit. Okay, this looks epic. We might have found our hidden gem, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm gonna take my usual highlighting brush, give myself a little swirl. I've got the macro lens going. Yes, sir. Let's try this out then. Yep, this is the hidden gem. Holy shit. That's mad. And that looks so smooth on my skin. Even with like the slightly questionable base underneath, that looks really good. Yeah, so this is a definite win from me. So now I'm just gonna take some more of that and I'm gonna pop that on my brow bone and then also on my inner corner as well. Look at that. This is great. If you happen to find yourself an ASDA anytime soon, have a look at this. It's so good. I think they had a few different colours of this as well. Like this is the one that I gravitated towards, but I'm pretty sure they did have a few other shades. Yeah, that's the winner. Get it. So now I'm gonna move on to my brows. Now I don't need to do too much to them because they have been laminated and everything. So what I have here is the Tamer Brow Sculpting Pencil. So it's got a spoolie on one side, just like a standard pencil on the other. Do a little swatch. Okay, that is super ashy and super cool toned, but I ain't complaining. That is usually what I live for. So I'm just gonna draw in a couple little extra hairs just around my arch, just to kind of thicken them up a little bit. Okay, wait, this pencil is actually really good. I know a brow pencil is a brow pencil a lot of the time, but yeah, this is a really good color for me and it's really pigmented, so you only need the tiniest little bit. And yeah, I'm digging that. So I'm just gonna go ahead and fill in this side. Like granted, as it is kind of wearing down, I would probably like to keep this really sharp when I use it just so I can get proper hair-like strokes. But yeah, I mean, as long as it's sharpened, it's really, really good for that. Yeah, like doing a couple of like hair-like strokes at the front of my brow is proving to be a little bit tricky because it is wearing down. However, it's all good. That's actually a really good brow pencil. I wasn't expecting much. I got it in the shade Dark, by the way. Yeah, I wasn't really expecting much. I just thought it would just be like, it's fine, but I actually really, really like it. Keep it sharpened if you do want proper hair-like strokes and use a very, very light hand, but it's actually one of my favorite products so far. Lip balm, because I'm crusty. So now I got this eyeshadow palette here. This is the Glam 7-shade eye palette. Ollie very kindly helped me pick this out. So it's got a pressed glitter, an eyeshadow cream, and then eyeshadows. I'm realistically not going to use the eyeshadow cream because I don't think I ever use eyeshadow creams. Yeah, like these shades here, I'm just like, I ain't going to use that. I'm not going to. I mean, I'll swatch them for you. I can do you that much. So I've got this iridescent-y kind of one. Yeah, it just kind of feels quite balmy. I mean, they look nice enough, if that's your thing. Oh, they're actually quite pretty, to be honest. I would more so say these are like cream highlighters. But yeah, they're quite subtle, but not a bad formula. Okay, so the thing that I am most interested in is this glitter here. Okay, that actually looks kind of good. It'll need a tacky base. Yeah, it's really not sticking to anything dry, but if you get a tacky base down, that could be good. So first of all, just like I pretty much always do, I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of bronzer just to whack that in my crease. So I haven't set down my base or anything, although it does seem to be quite set at this point, so I might add a little bit more. Macro camera on. How are ya? What am I gonna do here? So first of all, I think I'm gonna go in with, I actually don't know, I have no plan. Okay, let me try a little bit of this lighter matte shade. I'm curious about this. I'm just gonna pop that on my lid here. Just a bit more on the inner corner. Okay, there's like nothing. Is that doing anything? I mean, I know it's like a matte pastely purple, but doesn't really look like it's doing much. You can kind of see it a little bit, but I want something I can see. I'm gonna try this shade here. The kind of like the medium purple. Okay, there's a lot of kickback, but that's fine. Just make sure I tilt my head back. I'm gonna pop that a little bit more so in my crease, because I'm gonna try and neutralize it a bit with the brown. So I'm literally just gonna stamp that very lightly through my crease. Okay, I mean, you can see that, that's definitely there. A little bit shimmery, but by the time you blend it out, not really. So it's actually not a bad kind of transition color. I do want to add the glitter. I'm trying to figure out how I can do this. Okay, I'm gonna take the same brush. I'm gonna go in with the darker purple shade that looks a little bit more shimmery. Tap off the excess there, and I'm gonna pop that on my outer corner. Okay, that's definitely there. Just gonna swirl that into my outer corner just a bit more. I won't lie, it's not the most pigmented thing ever. Like, you can obviously see it. There is a little bit of fallout, but yeah, it's not like crazy pigmented. Let me try this shade here. So this is like my favorite one because this just looks stunning. I'm just gonna sweep that on my lid. Dusty. It looks pretty when it's on your eye. It does just take a little bit of effort. Let me try my finger instead. Yeah, it's like, it's a little bit dusty, but actually the color is stunning. Well, the colour's really nice. I kind of don't want to put the glitter all over my eyes, but I also kind of do because I want to try it. Okay, I'm going to take some of that concealer, or I could do it with the cream. Do you reckon it'll work with, maybe I will use that cream stuff. I think I'm going to try that first. So I'm going to take my finger and use the like purpley kind of silvery shade. So I'm going to pop that on my lid. I know realistically it's going to pick up what's underneath, but obviously I just want to kind of use it for the glitter really. I'm just whacking that all over my lid there, and I'm going to wipe the rest of that on my ankle. Then I'm going to take my finger again, because I feel like that's going to be the most like fuss-free way to do it. Just going to give my finger a shake. Any excess, gone, and press. Ooh. Yeah, that cream base, I get why they put it in there now. It kind of works with the glitter. So I'm just going to build that up. This is a bit more opaque. That's actually quite pretty. It's got like a little bit of blue in there as well. Just bring it inwards. Yeah, I quite like that. Okay, like I made fun of it at first for having the little cream things, but actually they make a lot of sense with the glitter. So now I'm gonna take this shade here again, the lilac color, just to kind of build up anything here. Really kind of works to actually fill in the space between the glitter as well. Now I'm gonna take a mixture of the darker purple and the medium purple, just to blend that glitter in a bit, just so it feathers it out a bit. And then add a little bit more of that darker purple on the outer corner. And try not to get too much fallout, although there is quite a bit with this. But it doesn't stay. Great. Now I'm gonna go back in with my brush that I had the bronzer on, just to buff the edges out. I mean, they're not the most pigmented shadows in the world, but they do blend out quite easily. Like, I'm not even really trying here, and that is just blending out pretty nicely. Oh, that's quite nice actually, isn't it? That's quite nice. Now, which colour do I put on the bottom? Because I'm kind of wanting to put this lilac shade on the bottom. I'll see what it looks like. Tap the excess off, and then, yeah, just run that on my lower lash line here. A little bit more of the slightly darker purple, just to match it up with my outer corner. Like that. I quite like that. I usually do like a slightly darker colour on my lower lash line, but if I just quickly buff the edges of that out as well, I actually really quite like that. I'm just getting rid of a little bit of the fallout. And now I've got glitter like on my contact lenses, which is fun. I'm really kind of into that. So now for mascara, I have the Big Flirt Volumizing Mascara. I cannot, for the life of me, remember what this looks like. Can't even open it. I mean, let's face it, it's probably gonna be a plastic wand, isn't it? Or not. Okay, so it's just got a fairly standard wand. It's quite a thick boy. I mean, it's quite nice. It's not like anything to rave about, but it's nice enough. I'm thinking it might look a little bit better in a second when I apply another coat, but it is quite lengthening on my lower lashes especially. Okay, I'm just gonna give that a second. Just give it a moment to kind of do its thing, and then go in with another coat to thicken them bad boys up. Right now it's thick with 1 C, I want thick with 3 C's. Oh, yes, 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 there we go. That's a lot better. I'm not sure the brush is my favorite just because it is like a little bit big and a little bit awkward. However, the actual product itself seems to be doing a pretty good job. So I'm just gonna blend out the rest of that there. I mean, I quite like that eye look. I've gotten a little bit tired of purple looks recently just because I feel like I've done a lot of them, but I like this. All right, so now move on to lips. So I have two different products to try out. I have the matte lip liquid lipstick in the shade Coco Loco, which looks like a kind of nudie darker brown. And then I also have a normal matte lipstick in the shade Cloud 9, which looks like a nude. Just have a little look. Yes. That looks like a really nice color. Ooh, smells like vanilla. And then yeah, I got this liquid lipstick here. Ooh. You know what I might do is I might kind of like line my lips with this, leave the center of my lips pretty bare, and then go in with this lipstick. Ooh, I like that color. I'm just trying to make sure I don't get it in the center of my lips too much. Okay, so that's that color there. It's very kind of 90s, isn't it? And then I'm just going to tap the center of my lips and then wipe that on my ankle again. I'm just going to, I don't know why I'm doing it on my ankle, I just am. And I'm then going to take this lipstick here. Oh, it's actually not a bad color to match that, to be honest. Feels quite creamy as well. I know it's a matte lipstick, but it does feel quite creamy. I mean, obviously I'm going to put concealer in the middle, but that's how it's looking at the moment. But yeah, I am going to put concealer in the middle because otherwise, would this really be one of my videos? Probably not. I swear one day I need to come out with like a lip product that just like does this. Just like a lip lightener that's like concealer, but without actually being concealer. This whole time I was wiping everything on my ankle. Don't know why my ankle. And I had a wipe right next to me. Give the ankle a little scrub. Okay, that is probably one of the wonkiest lips I've ever done in my life. It looks nice though. Like I'm gonna need to do a lot of cleanup because it has bled a little bit and it's like made my mouth just look, I look a little bit like a blow up sex doll right now with my lips like this. There's like no shape to them. So yeah, I'm just gonna quickly sort that out off camera. I'm also gonna do the other eye and then I'll check back with you guys for the final look. All right guys, so this is the finished look. I'm pretty happy with it overall. Like it has the makeup. It looks good considering it literally is a makeup brand by a freaking supermarket. What am I loving? What am I not loving so much? The eyeshadow look, like the eye look in general, I'm pretty happy with. I think the only thing I'm not really loving is literally just like the foundation and concealer. It just looks a little bit too matte for me, a little bit too drying. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with it overall. So now I'm just gonna go about my day as normal or as normal as you can do in self-isolation. So I'm not sure how long I'll keep it on for, but I'll try and keep it on for like a substantial amount of time. So yeah, this is how it's looking now. Let's see how it's looking in a minute. All right, guys, so it is around 7 hours later. I put this makeup on around about 1 o'clock, I think a little bit just before. So it is now 8:10 in the evening and it looks good. Like it hasn't improved, but yeah, it really doesn't look that different. Like I've lost a little bit of foundation around my nose here and it's not looking amazing in the corner of my nose. The liquid lipstick and lipstick has worn off, but I actually think I kind of prefer this color and it all seems to have faded quite nicely and naturally. Highlighter is still looking stunning. Brows are still on. The eye makeup is still on. A tiny little bit of glitter has fallen down under my eyes a bit, but nothing major. Yeah, I mean, for 7 hours wear, I know I haven't done anything like overly interesting, overly like strenuous, but for 7 hours wear, I feel like it looks pretty good. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think of this makeup look in the comment section down below and let me know if you've tried out any other ASDA makeup and let me know your faves. If you enjoyed this video, as always, please do give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you do want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.